Legend has it there is an evil spirit trapped inside Sessho-seki, Japan's killing stone. It is a volcanic rock that is said to kill anything or anyone that comes near it, but last week the stone split in two, directly down the middle. Superstition says this may mean the evil spirit is now released, and people who grew up with the tale fear this is a bad omen for bad things to come. I want to know the story behind the killing stone. Who is the evil spirit trapped inside? How did they get there, and what does it mean now they're out? Let's break it down. According to legend, the stone on Mount Nasu in Japan is home to the corpse of an evil nine-tailed fox who can transform into a beautiful woman, Tamamo-no-mae. A fox with mystical powers who can shapeshift into women appear often in Japanese folklore. Lady Tamamo-no-mae is the one behind the killing stone. Her story goes like this. Tales describe her fox, its face white, body the size of a calf, covered in gold shimmering fur with 9 bushy tails. This fox took the form of a beautiful woman, deceiving kings across China and India, hoping to rule the world. When the fox arrived in Japan, it transformed into the beautiful Lady Tamamo and crept inside the imperial court of the Toba Emperor, who reigned in the early 1100s. The story goes that after one glance at Lady Tamamo, the Toba Emperor lost his heart and his soul to her. Emperor Toba gave Lady Tamamo high ranking in his court and held celebrations in the Hall of Lofty Sunlight. But on the night of celebrations, the hall filled with rain and hot winds that extinguished the lamps. Guests became petrified, and flames slowly grew out of the body of Lady Tamamo. The Toba Emperor then fell sick, and physicians couldn't treat him. A famous diviner lived in the capital at the time, and after hearing of the flames growing out of Lady Tamamo's body the night of celebrations, he began investigating. He consulted writings from China and India until he found the story of the evil nine-tailed fox who could turn into a beautiful, deceiving woman. With his prayers set against her, Lady Tamamo lost her form. Declaring that he ruined her plot, she fled into the highlands of Mount Nasu and appeared in low-lying villages nearby. But the emperor ordered an imperial order against her to have her exterminated. It is said that 2 generals led a force of over 80,000, and for 40 days they searched the Nasu Mount for the fox, until one day an archer had her cornered, and with singing arrows shaped to whistle as they flew through the air, shot her dead. Finally, Lady Tamamo-no-mae, the evil nine-tailed fox who deceived kings to rule the world, perished and turned to stone. She took the form of the poisonous rock that is said to kill anything or anyone that comes near it. Legends say a nearby priest exorcised the rock, and when he did, the swirling vapors around it turned to beads of water on the rock's surface before evaporating into a steam that took the form of Lady Tamamo herself. The legend is told and remembered differently by different people, and I'm relaying to you an English translated version. But the existence of the stone itself is where the tale can be contested and why it is relevant today. While some believe the evil spirit was exorcised and the rock scattered across Japan, many more believe Sessho-seki or Killer Rock still stands in Mount Nasu today. It is located near volcanic regions in Japan and in 1957 was named a local historic site. And as the Nasu Highlands became visited more frequently by tourists, so did the rock. That's how social media learnt of the rock's split last week, and how Sessho-seki went viral on Twitter. So, after 1,000 years, the stone has split. A spirit is presumably on the loose, and people who grew up with the legend of the stone fear the bad omens attached to the split. The stone and its tale appears across Japanese cultural works, like plays, novels, anime films. In Matuso Basho's classic poetry, The Narrow Road to the Deep North, he writes of visiting the stone. The traditional Noh drama Sessho-seki plays on the idea of the return of the spirit if the stone ever split in half, and the story appears again in the kabuki play Tamamo-no-mae. Local media said cracks appeared in the stone years ago, which may have made it easier for rainwater to get inside and weaken the rock's structure, which makes sense of such a dramatic split through the rock's core. Government officials are expected to meet to discuss the fate of the rock, and local newspapers cite tourism officials saying they would like to see the stone restored. So while we can't say for sure whether an evil spirit is on the loose, we can confirm that a 1,000-year-old, superstitious, culturally important stone, Sessho-seki, has split down the middle, and people are spooked. But now we know the myth and the legend behind it. Thank you for watching this episode of The Breakdown. I hope you found it interesting. Have you heard of Sessho-seki and the myth of Tamamo-no-mae before? If so, let me know in the comments your thoughts on this legend, and I will hope to see you in the next video. Bye!